Assalamu alaikum, I'm Usman, 35M, and my wife Aisha, 33F, have lived in our dream home near a recreational lake in rural Punjab for 15 years. Our neighbor, Nazia, 60F, and her spoiled son Salman, 35M, made our lives hell, trying to steal our house and spreading lies about us. Here's how Nazia's entitlement backfired, landing her a $200,000 bill. Buckle up, this spans years, so I'll cover the key events. We bought our house from Pervez, a retired house flipper, after Salman lost it to auction. Nazia, a wealthy widow, owned a large plot near the lake, a winding road from Lahore lined with resorts and boat docks. Properties here aren't elite, but rich folks pass by, eyeing lakefront villas. Nazia split her land into four, one for her daughter, decent, unlike the rest, one for Salman, one for her house, and one for a convenience store. She built houses for her kids to their specs and, oddly, gave them the deeds to avoid disputes. Her store, the only one for miles, was a neighborhood hub. Salman was a nightmare. His house, now ours, hosted loud, drunken parties nightly. Neighbors hated him, police were practically stationed nearby from constant complaints. Nazia paid his bills, water, electricity, garbage, but the property tax, in his name, he ignored. Nazia didn't check, assuming he paid it. When police arrested him, drugs, we heard, he didn't return, and the house went to auction. It was a wreck, holes in walls, a collapsed living room floor, rotting kitchen subfloor, mud-smeared walls. Banks deemed it unlivable, so only cash buyers could afford it. Enter Pervez, a hobbyist flipper. He bought it cheap, fixed it halfway, and lived off profits from prior flips. Aisha and I, newlyweds on a budget, saw it online. The size, neighborhood, and lake proximity were perfect for fishing and boating. We visited, found Pervez working, and asked the price. He said it was listed early for efficiency, not ready to sell. We offered to buy it as is, explaining we'd make it our forever home. He declined, citing better offers, but took our number, promising to call if plans changed. 2 weeks later, he called, his sister was ill in Karachi, and he needed to leave. He sold us the house for 50 lakh PKR, half finished, not up to code. Our realtor friend found a bank to loan double, with Pervez returning half for repairs. The catch, we had 2 weeks to meet code, or the bank could auction it. Pervez guided us on code requirements, wiring, plumbing, basic structural fixes. We called friends, worked day and night, and got it done in a week. Over months, we replaced flooring, rewired, patched walls, and peeled hideous, moldy wallpaper. It was grueling, but we moved in, still tweaking minor issues. Pervez had warned us about Nazia's entitlement, but she seemed sweet at first, welcoming us with chai and samosas. Then, as we unpacked, she dropped a bomb, "This house is mine. You were scammed. You have 30 days to leave." Her tone was pitying, like she felt sorry for us. We froze, horrified we'd poured our savings into a scam. Panicked, we checked with the bank, realtor, and Pervez, who all confirmed our deed was legit. At the courthouse, our names were on record. Neighbors shared Salman's backstory, his parties, arrest, and tax neglect. Nazia confronted us again, asking when we'd move out. We explained we owned it legally, apologizing for her loss but refusing to give up our home. She sobbed about her family's legacy, claiming Pervez stole it during Salman's arrest. We asked why she didn't bid at auction, it sold for peanuts. She said she refused to pay for what was hers. We offered to sell for 100 lakh PKR, fair, given its market value, 200 lakh, after our 30 lakh in repairs. She countered with 40 lakh, then 50 lakh, calling our home a dump. Furious, we told her to leave and never return, even if she offered double. Nazia spread rumors, calling us thieves who stole her house. Most neighbors ignored us, fearing her store's influence. One day, Malik Sahib, the local peacekeeper, pulled into our driveway with a pistol, demanding we leave. In our rural area, guns are common, more gun shops than chai stalls. Malik, a respected figure, kept peace where police rarely patrolled. We invited him in, offered a lassie, and explained everything, showing our deed. He apologized, admitting he believed Nazia's rumors. He thanked us for evicting Salman, as his parties terrorized the area. We laughed, bonding over shared relief. Nazia's store was a goldmine, despite overpriced goods and curt service. Shukriya, now leave. Being the only shop for miles, locals and lake visitors flocked there. Her reputation shielded her rumors, people trusted her over us. Years later, Salman returned from jail. Nazia moved him into an apartment above the store, forbidding parties. He worked the register, but we noticed he double-charged items, pocketing the extra. We confronted Nazia, hoping to protect her business. She dismissed us, saying the register was faulty. We told friends, who spread the word. Malik visited, warning us to stop slandering Nazia. Without proof, we backed off, avoiding her store unless desperate. You're probably wondering why Nazia is so fixated on our house and land. Here's the backstory on our property dispute, rooted in her nosiness and Pakistan's messy land laws. Nazia is like a hawk. We can't step outside without her peering through her curtains or watering her plants. If we mow the lawn, she's pulling weeds. If we barbecue, she's walking her dog. It's unsettling, especially since we plan to install a pool and don't want her staring at us in swimsuits. We decided on a privacy fence, informing her politely to avoid tension. She refused, claiming it'd ruin her view. We offered to discuss colors and designs, but she scoffed. Desi hospitality runs deep, so we tried to be good neighbors despite her attitude. Checking our deed at the Lahore courthouse, we found Nazia's claiming a triangular plot of our land, a third of our property, with her shed and garden on it. Our plot's an odd trapezoid, common in rural Punjab, with a tree line cutting through. Nazia insists the trees mark her boundary, ignoring the deed's map. We offered to sell or trade for a sliver of her land to simplify maintenance. She refused, saying it's hers and we're thieves for stealing her house. Since then, it's been a bitter feud. Pakistan's land laws are strict but tricky. Old deeds use landmarks like banyan tree or stream rock, often gone or vague, sparking disputes. Our deed, recent from Nazia's division, is clear, but surveyor laws are brutal. If a surveyor errs by inches, they face huge fines, lose their license, and must refund 10 years of clients, who can sue for damages. If bribed, the briber, e.g., Nazia, pays all costs. Surveyors avoid disputes like the plague. Nazia, we suspect, bribed a surveyor to mark the line in her favor, even claiming our land stretches to her doorstep. She scares off new surveyors by hinting at disputes, and our bank's original markers vanished before we moved in. Hiring a surveyor now costs lakhs, risking their career. We're saving up, but it's a slog. Shukriya for the support. Here's the climax, how Nazia's schemes cost her dearly. 3 months ago, a monsoon storm hit, toppling a tree on the disputed plot by the road. It smashed our neighbor's fence across the street and totaled a shiny new sports car driven by a rich Lahori visitor. No one was hurt, but cleanup took days. Then, a bill arrived, 2 crore PKR, $200,000, from the driver's insurance for the car. In Pakistan, if your tree damages someone's property and you could have prevented it, e.g., cutting it pre-storm, you're liable. We panicked, our house isn't worth that. We called the insurance company, explaining the tree was on Nazia's claimed plot, not ours. They sent a letter with our deed, circling the tree on our property, demanding payment in 2 weeks or court. We called again, giving them Nazia's surveyor's contact. A week later, silence. We followed up. The agent, cheerful, said Nazia disputed the claim, but her surveyor confirmed the tree was on her plot per her own survey. Since we didn't contest it, Nazia was fully liable for the damages, fence, car, everything. Nazia paid up, likely from her savings, as she didn't sell land. She's furious, glaring at us daily. We're thrilled, her bribe backfired, and we dodged the bill. Malik Sahib stopped by, chuckling about Nazia's bad luck. We're still saving for a surveyor to reclaim our land, but this feels like justice. Thoughts on next steps? It's been months, and things have shifted dramatically. Thanks for the advice. After Salman's double-charging scam spread, locals boycotted Nazia's store. Malik Sahib, fed up, collected receipts and went door to door, exposing their fraud. Within a day, Nazia's reputation crumbled. Her store thrived in summer with tourists, but winter locals were its lifeline. After 2 winters of losses, she threw out 90% of her stock each fall, unable to sustain costs. 3 years ago, the store closed for good. Nazia's influence vanished, and neighbors stopped fearing her. The $200,000 bill hit Nazia hard, but she paid it, avoiding land sales. Her glares are icy, but she avoids us, knowing rumors won't stick. Our neighborhood, split between retirees and rougher folks, now welcomes us. Years of delivering Eid sweets and helping with chores paid off. People chat with us at the lake, invite us for chai, even ask Aisha to teach their kids baking. Malik Sahib calls us the good ones, a far cry from his gun-waving days. We're saving for a surveyor to settle the land dispute, more for principle than need. Nazia's stuck, her own lies burning her. We're planning that pool and fence, dreaming of peaceful evenings by the lake. Any tips on handling Nazia if she tries stirring trouble again? Shukriya for the love and questions. Here's what you're asking. Why not pursue the dispute earlier? Surveyors are pricey and scared off by Nazia's hints. Pakistan's laws make mistakes career-ending, so no one risks it. We're saving up now, but it's about proving a point, not just the land. How's Nazia affording the bill? She's wealthy from her late husband's business and store profits. No land sold, so she likely dipped into savings. She's bitter but quiet, for now. Malik Sahib's role? He's like a village elder, keeping peace without police. Everyone trusts him, which is why his exposing Nazia's scam killed her store. He's our friend now, stops by for parathas. We're thrilled to be part of the community. Nazia's done, and we're living our lake dream. Next, I'll share how Aisha's mom's shenanigans cost her company 100 crore PKR and shut her department. Stay tuned.